Today we're going to start off with Z guard, and Z guard's not a guard that I like to play, mostly because of my hips. It basically turns this femur into a mortal and pestle, where all your body weight is wearing out this joint that I just spent $150,000 having replaced. So I don't really play this guard a whole lot. But what we do want to do is be able to use Z guard to transition one into lockdown. We did Z guard Zelda lockdown. We also did Z shoot pull to lockdown this month. Today we're going to use it to set up the 93 guard or the butter half. So I'm here. Eric is in my Z guard, right? And the idea here is that I've got this frame up high in his chest. I'm able to use this to create some space and keep him away from me, right? What we're going to do first is we're going to off balance him almost like I'm using a scissor sweep, right? But for a scissor sweep, this shin would have to be outside here so that I could off balance him and block him. But what we're going to start with is basically I'm going to extend this left leg. I'm sort of kicking him in the ribs, and I'm doing a hamstring curl here to off balance. When he comes back up, butterfly hook, push in, drag through, kick, and I'm up onto the back. Questions on that? Yes, sir. So Z again, I don't want him to be able to smash that hook, right, and start to pressure pass me. So I like to keep that knee high. If I could control this, that's beautiful, but in no gi, wrist control or grips are really good for one movement. Like I can pull and get a reaction out of him, but it's pretty quick that he's going to rotate and take hand control. But one thing that's important to know about hand control is that it doesn't really matter whether he has my wrist or I have his wrist as far as creating movement. He can have my wrist and I can still move his arm with him holding it, right? So I'm here, I'm in that Z guard position. We'll go with wrist control because it's a good habit to have. I'm going to off balance him here. As he comes back, I put in that top butterfly. I'm up on my back elbow. I'm sitting into him here. That hand that's framing comes through. I'm going to pull my bottom leg out, dragging across, and I'm using this momentum to kick up and take the back. Questions on what we're playing with? Z, off balance, 93, also called butter half. I think that makes more sense. I don't know why they call it 93, but Z, 93 or Z to butter half. Get that top frame in, and then we're looking to drag. I'm going to pull the bottom leg out, use it to create some momentum and come up onto the back. Question? Yep. So from Z, first one is I'm here, I'm just looking to get to 93 guard. He may be controlling this, right? If I just try and pull this, I can't pull this leg and put in my 93 guard. He's not going to let me do that. When I go here, then it creates the space, right? Because he's off balance. And it doesn't have to be huge. Boom, off balance. He comes up, I'm coming up with this frame on him, right? And I'm pushing in. When he comes back, this is going from this push. It's lacing through him before he can plant that hand. Once he plants the hand, it's going to be hard for me to move that arm because he has connection. So as that hand's coming back, and then I'm kicking his base out so I can pull that leg and come up on the back, right? So it's like off balance butterfly, and I'm sitting up and I'm pushing into him like I'm, like coming up. So he's forced to drive back into me. When he drives back, I'm going to intercept that hand, feed it across, extend his hips to like kick the base out from underneath him, go to the lat, come up to the back. Does that make sense? Let's keep playing with it. 1, 2.